Hello everyone, my name is Trevor and I go by Mr. Trails. Lately, I have wanted to make a video about the trials in Dauntless. It's at this point where the game gets really intense and difficult. As far as the Dauntless level trials are concerned, there's not a lot of reasons to actually do them beyond additional cosmetic pieces. But if you're really interested in getting these cosmetics, but you don't think you're good enough to complete the trials by yourself, it's likely because you didn't really try. If you tune in to some of the top players on Twitch, you may hear them refer to trials as speedruns. And as someone with a speedrunning background, Dauntless Trials does feel a lot more like a speedrun than it does playing Dauntless. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, in Dauntless, particularly once you have made it to the late game, you can get away with winning around 99% of your hunts or so, particularly if you are using Iceborne. Even when you're using Iceborne, it's not entirely too difficult to finish a lot of your hunts in under 3 minutes. But trials themselves can be a whole different animal. To get a good time in trials, all it takes is a lot of patience and a little bit of luck to go your way. With this week's Shroud Trial, for example, when you first drop into the ring, it tends to do one of 3 attacks. Generally, it'll do a goop slam, a takeoff, or a forward swiping attack. Ideally, you'd want him to do the goop slam first into a takeoff. But even if you get that to happen, there's also a factor of the time before he initiates the goop slam, depending on how much he had to turn around to face you at the beginning. And since in this trial you are basically a one-hit KO at all times, if he does the wing swiping attack instead at the start, you may be instantly dead without having any chance at the trial. Which means your typical 99% clear rate of Dauntless will be quickly declining. And this is a lot more reminiscent of speedrunning than it is playing Dauntless. It's easy to relate this to my experience with speedrunning the Outer Worlds. With over 500 new game starts, I only completed the game about 38 times as far as my live split has been able to detect. The Dauntless trials to me are no different than this. The first time I had cleared the trial was after easily about 40 attempts or so, and my time was not very good, only a 4-minute and 20-second run. This was with a defensive build, and I kept practicing with this for a while until I felt I was ready to go on full offense. My first clear on full offense ended up being a 3-minute and 33-second time, and with more attempts and better execution and good luck, I ended up getting a 2-minute and 25-second time and then a 2-minute and 5-second time after. And when all was said and done, I probably ended up going through at least 150 to 200 potions. So I feel the main message and the case with trials is that if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. That is a very popular quote, and I think it rings true here. But essentially, your performance in the trials is going to be better the more time and effort you put into it. If you only do a few attempts and then stop trying, then you will never actually get good at it. But basically, that's the main message I was trying to get across. If you are an endgame player and you have a 660 setup gear, then it's really just a matter of practice with trials in order to get a good time. Anyways, that's going to wrap up the video. Stay slaying people, and maybe I'll catch you next time I feel like making a video.